Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the broadcast. I'm LaDawn Davis. The push and pull between development and sustainability has cloaked a multi-million-dollar project that is expected to bring employment and opportunity for residents of Exuma in a shroud of controversy. The Deputy Prime Minister shares why it has his support. Here's Cleopatra Murphy.
Investors will not be allowed to run the show. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honourable Chester Cooper, could not be more clear as he reaffirmed government support of the Integra Group's $200 million Rosewood Resort set for Samson Key. He is adamant government is committed to doing the right thing and has the backing of the Department of Environmental Planning that he deems the professionals.
A standard protocol, environmental impact assessments, management plans, etc. And they are satisfied, the government is satisfied, and we're moving forward. I mean, we as a government will not be dictated to by investors. We do the right thing. We look out for the environment. Our Prime Minister has been a champion for environment protection, not just in the Bahamas.
Cooper's comments on the sidelines of the commissioning of a $2.88 million water infrastructure works project to supply Barry Tarry with potable water follows pushback from the Save Exuma Alliance and Turtlegrass Resort developer Robert Coughlin, who has expressed concern over the environmental impact Integra's development that had its groundbreaking on September 4th could have on his more than $75 million sustainable project. Adding that government takes environmental concerns seriously, the minister was clear he has a vested interest in protecting Exuma.
Seriously, this is my home. Never, ever in a million years will I do anything or support anything that compromises the environment or the quality of life or the standard that the people of Exuma had become accustomed to over the years.
With Barry Tarry and Exuma now having more access to potable water, Cooper anticipates improved infrastructure will spur more development, signaling progress with 1 year in the making.
I can tell you that many of you have been waiting for a long time for Children's Bay Key, but I can also tell you coming along with that is another $100 million on Lee Stockton Island by the Boiterelli family just across the water, and I hope that will start soon.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Thanks a lot, Cleo. Well, the winds may pass and the skies may clear, but for the Bahamas, the aftermath of every storm or hurricane leaves more than debris in its wake. It leaves a country of question of resilience and a country to pick up the pieces as a cost to recovery. Here's Amaya Moss.
Since the 1990s, hurricanes have negatively impacted the economy. Andrew, Harvey, Floyd, Michelle, Francis, Jean, Joaquin, Matthew, and Dorian cost the Bahamas billions to recover. These storms also impacted the financial, tourism, and agriculture industries, setting back small businesses and putting a strain on the national budget. Every storm exposed the financial fragility of the nation. Economist and Chief Executive Officer of Fidelity Bank, Gawan Bo, highlighted hurricane cost generally, but also noted that they are a looming threat to homeowners and home buyers.
Some concerning elements that we have to be mindful of. The ability to get homeowners insurance for property, commercial or residential, is becoming more challenging simply because of the fierceness of recent hurricanes and other climate-related events. And so the insurers are certainly not in the business of losing money, and when they have significant payouts, they have to recover that through increase in premiums. Know that our fiscal position as it stands right now is the debt to GDP is between the 70-80% mark. But when you have a major hurricane impacting a major economic engine, so let's say it were New Providence, touch wood that it doesn't happen, then the reality is the GDP is going to be significantly impacted.
Bo also notes that resilience isn't built in the calm, it's earned in the storm, and the Bahamas must keep improving before the next storm threatens our balance.
We can always do more to better prepare, so the government improving its fiscal affairs is critical so that they have greater headroom in the event they have to borrow to support recovery. The private sector certainly needs to ensure that it has maximized its insurance to the extent that it can afford to do so in a reasonable manner. And then our general, I'm going to call national initiatives, where we look at our coastal awareness, our coastal protections, our sort of building codes.
The damage may be visible in debris, but the deeper scars are financial, reminding us that preparation is the strongest shield. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Amaya Moss.
Efforts are now underway to tackle possible mosquito-borne illnesses that may arise as a result of the excessive rain dumped in the capital from Tropical Storm Imelda last weekend. Area Member of Parliament for Pinewood, the Honorable Miles Arota, said his area is one of many on the agenda.
We'll have a program. The Minister in the Environment mentioned that earlier today, that we're going to have to start a mosquito remediation system before this water turn into a more serious event in terms of mosquito bites for individuals.
Last week's impact from Tropical Storm Imelda has resulted in several officials attributing those conditions to global warming. And as that conversation continues, one member of Parliament is committed to remaining on the offense to combat climate change. Member of Parliament for Nassau Village, Jamal Strawn, says old-fashioned planning helped him to mitigate flooding issues in his constituency, which he believes proved successful in minimizing flood levels.
Immediately post-storm, we were able to mobilize with 12 trucks to get the water out. I would say that while there can always be more done, the reality is that the efforts extended during this particular storm would have eclipsed any other effort that I know from my 37 years, from the emergency evacuation to the 3 days worth of pumping. 3,500 gallons trucks, 4 to 5 trucks in the northern part of the constituency on Starks Avenue, and also on the southern part. Also synergizing with the drain blowing to increase the efficacy of the actual flood pump trucks.
Economic Affairs Minister, Senator the Honorable Michael Halkitis, says the increase in unemployment to 10.8% is not an indication that the local economy is in trouble. In fact, he says the economy is generating demand for jobs, but officials must ensure Bahamians are equipped with the skills to fill available positions. Now, according to the minister, officials did a deep dive following the report to get a better understanding in several things like the timing of the report and the closure of several businesses would have contributed. He also notes that the country's financial performance, coupled with the upgrade of its long-term sovereign credit rating from B+ to BB- from Standard & Poor's, are positive indicators.
You don't get good finances if your economy is going in the tank, all right? And so what we saw the release. We did a bit of a deep dive in it to see what contributed to it, and there was some mention of the certain factors acting together. Not one particular thing, but several factors, including timing and including some closures and some islands, some businesses, the timing of when the report was done. And so we study it and we try to get a better appreciation of what caused the increase. And so that way we are able to direct our policy response.
Still on the ratings upgrade, he says that now moves the Bahamas 3 steps below investment grade.
We had said during this budget period and afterwards that it is our objective to have the Bahamas return to investment grade within the next 2 to 3 years. This is a step in that direction. This is one step forward. We expect that to continue.
And still to come, CARICOM adopts a measure to combat gangs in Haiti. You're watching The Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition.
Hello, bonjour, hola, hello, ciao.
No matter where your passport takes you, BTC roaming keeps you effortlessly connected. Enjoy seamless calls, lightning-fast data, and affordable roaming across the globe. No SIM swaps, no stress. Just one network, working everywhere. So go ahead, explore the world, and still be just a call away from home.
This October, the Baha Mar Culinary and Arts Festival returns. October 22nd through 26th. Experience world-class cuisine from top chefs and immerse yourself in extraordinary art and celebrate the culture of the Bahamas. And on Friday, October 24th, global superstar Lenny Kravitz takes the stage for an unforgettable concert. The Bahamar Culinary and Arts Festival. Savor the world, celebrate the Bahamas. Tickets at bahamarfestival.com.
During Little Caesars Carnival of Specialties, you're gonna want to try everything. Like wearing a Balloon Man costume?
Or turning into a tuba?
No! Like trying all the varieties from the Carnival of Specialties at a special price for a limited time, only at Little Caesars.
For just $13 VAT inclusive, get it now at Little Caesars Oaksfield, Carmichael Road, East Street South, Charles Saunders Highway, and Prince Charles in the One East Plaza.
Pizza.
Four CARICOM member states, Barbados, Belize, Dominica, and St. Vincent, implemented an agreement where their people can live, work, and study indefinitely in each other's countries without the need for a visa, work, or residency permit. The agreement took effect on October 1st and is part of a CARICOM heads decision made at the 49th regular meeting of the Conference of CARICOM Heads of Government this year. The nationals will also be able to access emergency and primary health care and public primary and secondary education within these countries. Foreign Affairs Minister, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, noting that the Bahamas is not a part of the single market and economy.
The Bahamas is not part of those arrangements. The only thing that we participate is the functional cooperation aspects, which means coordinating foreign policy, and then in the specialized agencies of CARICOM, like SEDEMA, for example, that deals with emergency relief, and University of the West Indies is another example, of the Council of Legal Education, the Council of Medical Certification.
Prime Minister of Barbados, the Honorable Mia Mottley, says skill shortages and an aging population factored into her decision.
We don't only need investment and money for our country's growth and development. We need people and skills. People who come to live and work here will fill that gap that exists, not force Bajans out of a job. They will help our businesses to serve more customers, create competition that benefits the consumer. Barbados, my friends, is aging. The number of people in their working years is declining. The number of seniors is rising. The number of persons being born has declined.
Hope restored CARICOM fully backing the adoption of an Unsecurity Council Resolution 2793 aimed at transitioning that multinational security support mission into a gang suppression force in troubled Haiti. CARICOM indicating in a release that such a move provides new hope for an end to violence and for the restoration of public safety on that island where ongoing gang violence is said to have left over 16,000 dead and 1.3 million displaced since 2022. Now, the resolution sees to the establishment of a UN support office with logistical and operational support for a larger and better equipped contingent. CARICOM, of which the Bahamas is a member, is calling on all international partners to ensure sustainable, predictable resourcing to meet the cost of GSF personnel. A 24-year-old man is hospitalized after what police say was an alleged suicide attempt. Reports are the incident occurred just after 5 a.m. at a Zion Boulevard home when, according to reports, the man drank a liquid chemical and injured himself with a sharp object. Investigations continue as that man receives treatment and undergoes an evaluation. The Bahamas Bar Association kicked off its first free legal aid clinic of the year this weekend, an initiative designed to bridge the gap between attorneys and the wider public. The event, held under the leadership of the newly elected council, brought together practicing lawyers offering free legal guidance to those in need. West Calix Forbes has more.
The Bahamas Bar Association rolled out its first legal clinic for 2025. Attorney Miranda Adderley explained that the clinic's purpose is to ensure that every Bahamian can access legal counsel that might otherwise be out of reach.
People, they have legal issues or they face legal problems or they may have pending legal matters, but they may not have an attorney. They may not feel as if they can afford an attorney. So they're in a vacuum, let's say, and we wanted to add some light to those persons who may have legal questions, who may be in a legal conundrum, who may be before the courts and feeling lost in the process.
Adderley says some of the reoccurring issues residents raised included immigration, criminal matters, and family-related disputes.
So far, we've had persons come in with questions regarding to family matters, such as divorce, issues related to access to their children, or maybe mothers who are wanting to get maintenance from fathers in those situations. We've had persons with criminal matters, people who have been arrested and want to know what their rights are based on the arrest, people who have pending matters in the courts right now. We're also dealing with people who have landlord and tenant issues. We've also had persons who had employment issues.
The event featured certified, trained legal professionals, both seasoned and active attorneys. One of them, K. Melvin Monroe, offered advice on immigration and a criminal matter.
And their issue was representation. And it's good that they came here to get the information because they were advised that they have no issue when it comes to representation, because when it comes to an indictable matter, a person goes to court unrepresented, a lawyer will be appointed for them. No expense to them, because that's the law.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Wes Calix Forbes.
Thanks a lot, Wes. Don't go anywhere. Sports is up next.
Make your company representative stand out through an embroidery design on your uniforms from Janae's Uniform Center, Chesapeake Road. Janae's utilizes the latest state-of-the-art embroidery technology to monogram large and small quantities of shirts, caps, bags, and other articles. If you don't already have a digitized logo, Janae's can design and digitize your idea and bring it to life. Then install the logo of your choice from their large selections of 27 stock colors of golf shirts in cotton or dry fit, caps, or workwear. Call 394-8385 or 6 or visit www.janaes.com.
Diet friendly special.
A digital wave is making its mark across the Bahamas. From Grand Bahama to Anagua, Bahamians are embracing smarter ways to pay. The Pay Fast, Live Digital campaign, launched by the Central Bank of the Bahamas and the Clearing Banks Association, is bringing safe, fast, and convenient payment solutions to every island, from online banking to mobile wallets.
We had an incredible turnout, so it gave us an opportunity to have a conversation that they can also be a part of and appreciate.
Remember, the people over 60 and around 60, the fear that you talk about, we understand, and we have persons to be able to assist with that.
I learned that digital banking is going to be one of the biggest ways that us as Bahamian kids will benefit in the future.
It has to start somewhere, and this is a good start.
We're empowering communities, one town hall at a time, for families, for businesses, for you. Let's live digital.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Tired of looking at the same old kitchen? Step 1. Our talented recommended designer Mark crafts a custom design just for you. Step 2. Once your design is ready, CBS Bahamas makes ordering effortless. Your dream kitchen is within reach. Step 3. Our recommended installers bring your vision to life, ensuring every detail is perfectly in place. Sit back and relax as your dream space becomes a reality. Visit cbsbahamas.com and start bringing your home improvement dreams to life today.
It's Bahamas' biggest night this November 1st. Join Alliance Promotions, YBE Promotions, Bahamas Ministry of Tourism, and Bahamas Air as they present the Fall in Love 90s R&B Concert Series at the National Stadium Ground, performing for the first time. Tyrese comes to Bahamas to deliver an unforgettable performance. Also performing R&B sensation Uncle Sam. Get ready for Deborah Cox. The Fall in Love 90s R&B Concert Series, Saturday, November 1st at the National Stadium Ground, Nassau. Tyrese, Uncle Sam, and Deborah Cox. Advance tickets are available now at all Cash and Go locations. Or log on to cashandgobahamas.com. For info, call 242-427-8111 or call 242-357-0116. Be there.
Welcome to your Saturday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Eugene Stewart. Well, the John McEnroe Tennis Center at Baha Mar served up lots of action this morning as Grand Slam champion and Hall of Famer John McEnroe hosted an interactive tennis session for both children and adults. We hear from the man of the hour on the initiative.
Tennis has been great for me, so trying to give as many young kids here, and I also, my academy in New York, I've been doing that the last 15 years. This is sort of a new thing, but I'm looking forward to trying to make it as, affordable, accessible, give kids that normally can't afford to play a chance to play. There's an energy, and obviously you want to have some fun. I think the adults maybe stick to the day jobs. They were little, might be a little old for the pros. But generally speaking, you want to see enthusiasm and kids eager to learn. I'm seeing that, so hopefully over the course of the next couple of years, we'll see some real talent emerge.
Director of Rackets at Baha Mar, Deron Donaldson, notes the importance of getting out and getting active through the growing sport.
Through racket sports, you can be healthy and live a great lifestyle, as well as having these things here at Baha Mar puts us on the world stage. Of course, tourism and economic-wise, we're here to help the Bahamas with putting heads in beds and bringing revenue to this country.
We also hear from a member of the group who shares her experience with the legend himself.
This was a great opportunity to here locally in Nassau. We have fantastic weather and participation with the ladies, and great of John McEnroe to come out and spend some time with us on this beautiful Saturday. And just keeping the ball in play, and John turned up the temperature a little bit as we got going. It was, I would say, mostly consistency, and it was really fun. Everyone can participate in tennis. It's a game for life. It's a game for longevity. It's a social game. It's the best sport in the world. And there's so much great tennis right here in the Bahamas.
And that's been your Saturday Sports Check. I'm Eugene Stewart. Enjoy your weekend.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. Before things get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
Crystal clear waters, endless pink sand beaches, and the heartbeat of Bahamian culture. This October, all eyes will turn to beautiful Harbor Island as the sail rides for the North Eleuthera Regatta. And when it comes to covering the excitement, no other station captures it better than ZNS.
The North Eleuthera Regatta, yes, it's back after some years.
Make plans to be there October 8th through the 13th. The North Eleuthera Regatta under the theme, Regatta, the return, then and now.
The DRM Authority 2025 Official Hurricane Shelter List. New Providence Community Center, Blake Road. Samuel and Cornelia Williams Community Center, the Salvation Army, Meadow Street. Reverend Dr. O.A. Pratt Educational Building, St. John's Native Baptist Church, Augusta and Meeting Street. The Remnant Tabernacle Praise reserved for Aftermath, Carmichael Road. Epworth Hall Ebenezer Methodist Church for use by homeless and persons with physical disabilities, Shirley Street. St. Barnabas Church, Wolf and Blue Hill Roads. Maranatha Seventh-day Adventist Church, Prince Charles Drive. The Salvation Army, Mackey Street. Pilgrim Baptist Temple, St. James Street. New Bethlehem Baptist Church, Independence Drive. Hillview Seventh-day Adventist Church, Tony Williams Darling Highway. Agape Full Gospel Baptist Church, Kennedy Subdivision. New Dimension Ministries, Joe Farrington Road. Church of God Convention Center, Joe Farrington Road. Berea Seventh-day, Blue Hill Road South. Canon Neil E. Roach Hall, Holy Cross Anglican Church, Highbury Park. Ebenezer Mission Baptist, Charles Vincent Street. St. Mary's Hall, Fox Hill, on top of the hill. Epiphany Anglican Church, Prince Charles Drive.
And it's time now for a check on tonight's weather forecast. Our Diane Dorset joins us in studio with the latest temperatures. Good evening, Diane.
In the tropics, we're keeping an eye on two areas of low pressure tonight. The first is sitting near the northern Bahamas, but there's no chance of development with that one. The second is a tropical wave about midway between the west coast of Africa and the Cape Verde Islands. Now, the Hurricane Center has given this wave a 50% chance of becoming the next named storm of the season. It's still quite far out, but we'll continue to track it closely and to keep you updated on any changes in the days ahead. Now, outside of our studios, we're currently seeing a temperature of 84 degrees, partly sunny skies. Winds are east-northeast at 11 miles per hour. Humidity is at 74% and pressure is standing at 29.85 inches or 1,011 millibars. And taking a look at temperatures around the Family Islands, in Freeport City and Green Turtle Key, 85 degrees. Allenstown, Bimini, 84, Bullocks Harbor, 83, and Marsh Harbor, Abaco, 82 degrees. For the Central Bahamas, Fresh Creek, Central Andrews, 86, Camp Space, South Andrews, and Black Point, Exuma, 87, Harbor Island and Roxanne, Luther, 83 degrees, Arthurstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rumkey, 84, Georgetown, Exuma, 87, and the 4 our southernmost islands, we've got 87 in Clarencetown, Crooked Island, and Ragged Island also, 90 in Betsy Bay and Acklins, 88 in Matthew Town, Inagua, and 88 in the Turks and Caicos Islands. Now, if you're planning to head out on the water, here's your boating forecast. For the Northwest Bahamas tonight and tomorrow, expect easterly winds between 12 and 18 knots, with seas running 3 to 6 feet and large swells. Now, boaters are strongly advised to exercise extreme caution. Tides will be low at 12:40 tonight and high again at 6:45 tomorrow morning. Now, for the central and southeast Bahamas, winds will be east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots, with seas at 2 to 4 feet. Boaters are also advised to exercise caution. Our satellite picture this evening shows troughing over the northwest Bahamas, which will continue to support occasional showers and thunderstorms through the weekend. Tonight, you can expect a temperature of 78 degrees, mostly cloudy and warm, an evening thunderstorm in parts of the area, followed by a couple of showers later this evening. And tomorrow, a warm 86 degrees, some sun, then turning cloudy with a couple of thunderstorms. Now for your extended weather forecast. You can expect mostly cloudy skies with occasional showers and thunderstorms, some of which may be heavy at times through Wednesday, so keep your rain bears close by. You'll for sure be needing them for the next few days. Back to you, LaDawn.
And that will end the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. For all of us here at ZNS, I'm LaDawn Davis. Make it a great evening, everyone.
At the Sidney Poitier Bridge, I'm Kaylin Green. This is ZNS.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the
Always see man, the one and only, and I want y'all to tune into Entertainment Fridays on Access Now every Friday at 7:30 p.m. Who knows? Your favorite Bahamian artist might end up showing their face. But you gotta watch to find out.
We concluded a powerful month of summer. Awesome August.
Then look at someone again and say, you know who my daddy is? My daddy has all power!
What an amazing season we had.
We lead off with this report. This one is a good one to lead off with for Sunday.
Your weekend news just got better. Exciting features, good vibes. It's all about the feeling.
Hey, I'm Raven, and your Sundays never felt so good. Tune into Northern Service Vibes, where culture meets conversation, every Sunday at 6:30 p.m. only on the ZNS Network.
Okay, here's what I figure your take will be for the first month. So what do you say, are we partners or what?
Well, the idea of making extra money appeals to me, but why the sandwich business?
Because we don't have enough counter space to make kidney machines. So are we partners or what?
Gee, it sounds kind of complicated. Selling sandwiches at a